All right, guys, I'm on a roll, so I'm actually going to go through some more episodes. Hi, Elizabeth from Healthier with Elizabeth, also from Vintage Health, and today, or now, I'm going to cover who is this for. So if you're with joining us as a podcaster, you're not going to see this, or you may do if you're on Spotify because they've just got that new video feature. But if you're only listening to this, you won't know. But I'm actually recording this on the same day as I've done the intro and I've done the where and the when. So I'm feeling really good about speaking about the who. Who is this podcast series or this series for? But yeah, if you're on video, then you are going to be like, hang on a minute, why is she saying, and now today we're going to cover this, and she's in the same outfit. So yeah, but I'm on a roll. This is how we're going to do it. And this might be how this series all unfolds, in that I might record 5 episodes in a row because I've got things to say and a certain sort of sequence of pieces of information I want to get out. And then there might be kind of a break for a while, but that's okay. That's how we could do it, isn't it? So who is this for? Well, as you know, my background, I'm a naturopath, nutritionist, Chinese medicine practitioner, and crystal essence practitioner. So I'm going to be talking a lot about health. So this is for people that would like to learn about health and wellness, but you're really okay with it coming from multiple perspectives. I have a background, the science side of my experience is Bachelor of Science Nutrition, Bachelor of Health Science Complementary Medicine, and I have a Master's in Public Health. So I will be able to speak from a science-based perspective, but I'm really learning as I get further and further in my career and you know, dealing with my different clients. It's not black and white. There are times where what's really needed is a internal reflection, working with modalities that might be more on the emotional or spiritual side, not necessarily going with the evidence-based medicine because that fits for a population, but it might not necessarily fit for my client and their health and their needs. So yeah, listen, that'll make more sense as we go along. But if you're open to different perspectives, if you're open to using different modalities, if there are any types of therapies that I talk about that are triggering to you, that's actually really good information for you in that, why am I triggered? You know, if this is something that I'm speaking about, it means that I've tried it, that I've had success with it, and there are other people in the world using it. So yeah, if you do find that, just be curious for yourself. Why am I triggered? And you know, you may not be. You may be completely neutral, be like, oh, I'm just here to learn and listen, and that's great. But I would like that anything you try or anything you listen to, and this is where a disclaimer's got to come in, please, 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 do not take what I say as anything but educational information only. Please, any changes that you are wanting to try on, take them back to your own health professionals, to your team that know you and your health and your needs best, and don't make any changes until they've given you the okay. Nothing that I say here is designed to be used for anything other than information only. And please do not take it as diagnosis or the basis of any treatment. You really need to make sure that what I'm talking about, if it interests you, run it by your own team. Because there will be things that I might talk about, for example, different herbs that you would not take if you are on certain medications. So, or there might be changes that are going to aggravate you and not help you in your journey to health. So please make sure that you take that on board. And yeah, but all right, keep going. The who. Who is this for? So you may have health issues for yourself, and there will be certain topics that I'm really drawn to that I've either had issues with or I have had lots of success working with clients. One of my specialties is sleep. So that's where I very much look at the lifestyle and conventional ideas around sleep, but then I bring in Chinese medicine, and it's just mind-blowing how you add that extra layer, and we can really get to the bottom of what is the underlying issue as to why you're not sleeping, what do your sleep patterns, your insomnia or your sleeplessness patterns really look like, and then we target our approach and we can help you with that. So yeah, at some point I will disseminate more information specifically about sleep, how I've worked with people with sleep. But yeah, sleep issues, energy issues, digestion, stress, overwhelm. Myself, I've just turned 44, and I'm noticing some changes in my life and my body and my hormones and my tolerance levels and all this sort of stuff. So, and I'm noticing, things like I don't handle stress as well, or I'm far more intolerant to things that it never used to bother me. So yeah, navigating that and dealing with those changes in our bodies will be something I will definitely talk about. And yeah, the other people that might be interested in this are people that really want to reframe their life and their approach to health. So I will be sharing tips and tricks, sharing things that you may need to go to a health professional to seek that kind of support, but other things where you can just do them yourself. And that's a big part of this. There's so much that I've come across that I've tried that has worked, has not worked, and I'd really just like to help people to help themselves. So, and if you are empowered by the understanding of an imbalanced journey, so this is what led you down the path to particular health issues, conditions, really just trying to understand that from a perspective of curiosity. It's never about blame. It's never about particularly victim blaming. I find that a big thing. Oh, it's you did this, and so therefore this is why you're sick. No. We're coming at it from a place of empowerment and curiosity. Okay, this is interesting. This particular health condition runs in my family. Is that because it's genetic predisposition, and it might be, or maybe it's because we all eat the same, or maybe because we all handle stress the same way. Maybe it's a combination of everything. Maybe it's something else. So this is where empowerment, understanding can sometimes be part of bringing you back to balance. So that's what I'm offering by bringing in a whole lot of different modalities, different thoughts, different ways to operate. So let me see. You're going to have to be open to the woo-woo. And this is funny because I used to really struggle with this side of me. I have my science background, I wanted to speak from a place of credibility, but then in my world, I'm using a lot of therapies that won't fall within the scientific model, but they're working. So, things like crystal essences, you will hear me speak a lot about that. And I actually, within my business, I have created an approach with crystal essences that's a little bit different to how you might normally work with vibrational medicine. And I sell a range of pre-made blends. But anyway, I will speak more to those later. But anyway, a big part of the way I work is you'll come and see me, we'll work on your diet, we'll balance you from a Chinese medicine perspective, we're going to approach the naturopathic lifestyle principles, we're going to reduce your stress, we're going to have you let go of certain things, we're going to have you put boundaries in place. And then if it's very much a spirit case, what I call a spirit case, or it's something that there is something running in the background, there's a program, or there's a fixed way of being, or a fixed way of relating to life or people or yourself, or how you must approach things, I'm going to bring in a crystal essence and go, right, we need to flip this. We need to shift your perspective and have this program not be in control. We want you to be back in control. So that may not make any sense right now, but I will certainly talk to it, I promise. So yeah, and as you can tell, I'm a little bit of a storyteller. I do ramble a little bit. I'm not sure what order I'm going to put these who, why, what, where, whens in. I'll probably listen to them all and then go, okay, that fits as number one or whatever. But if you haven't listened to the others yet, because I didn't put them out or what have you, I come from the neuro-sparkly side of the nervous system cohort of everyone. I'm not diagnosed, but there is ADD, ADHD that runs very deeply within my family, within cousins. I've got a child who's diagnosed, so you will hear me kind of telling stories and going off on tangents, but it's all because there's a purpose, I promise. And if there's not, then I will, well, let's put it this way. I promise I will try my very best to create notes before each episode where I have bullet points to keep me on track, to keep me getting back to my purpose. Because I will tell stories, I will share experiences, and it'll be a bit like, you know who it makes me think of? The Nanny, or in Legally Blonde, that courtroom scene at the end where she starts telling a story about her sorority sister's curls, and everyone's like, what is this about? And then she brings it home with the message about that is pertinent to the case, or the criminal case that she's in. So I operate like that. I will bring it home, I promise. But I find that because I'm great at telling stories and rambling, but also then have the neuro-sparkly going on, that I sometimes lose my focus, but that's okay. If you're okay with that, if you can handle that, just put me on in the background. Even if you're watching me on a YouTube video, just put me on and do some dishes and just listen. And so anyway, wanted to welcome you, and you can find me at my website, and you will find me wherever you're listening to me, whether it be YouTube or a podcast series. And at some point you may be reading the transcription. I'll clean it all up and I will turn it into a blog post on my website or somewhere else. I don't know yet. I'm still getting to how this is all going to roll out, but I'm really excited that I've finally set this in motion. Healthier with Elizabeth is a thing. And please join me. And hope you're having a good day. Take care. Bye.